Roberts keeps and rolls. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Furman. Ryan Deluca, the former walk-on out of Fort Mill, gets his first touchdown of the season.
Ryan Deluca chose to take the road less traveled. Figuratively and literally, Fort Mill, South Carolina is just 2 hours away from Furman, and Ryan decided to pursue his passion for football even as an underrated player.
I chose Furman because it was close to home, it was a great school, and I got some interest from the football team later on in the recruiting process.
Steps up, complete. First down and many more. Ryan Deluca looking for his second touchdown of the game.
Ryan Deluca plays a key role for the Paladins.
He definitely one of the guys on the offensive side of the ball that helps them get things going. You need a big play. We all cheering like, get a ball to Ryan.
Ryan was never offered a scholarship from Furman while he was in high school, and the school did not promise he would get one.
They weren't specifically going to tell you that you're going to get a scholarship. You know, it's very rare that a person does, but it was always an option, and it was definitely a goal that I set for myself.
Walking on was not a walk in the park.
It's definitely hard to be a walk-on. Coaches recruit players, and the players on scholarship get more opportunities than the players that are walk-ons because there's more invested in those players, and that's just the reality of the situation. As a walk-on, you almost have to prove yourself twice as much, and that's exactly what Ryan has done throughout his career.
Everyone on the team was really accepting to everybody, so it's not like a pod of scholarship guys and then a pod of non-scholarship guys. It's really integrated.
But the truth of the matter is that a walk-on is not promised anything. You have to make the most of your opportunity, or you might not get another chance. Ryan came in playing behind Thomas Gordon, a record-holding receiver, and he even had to battle with his best friend, another great receiver.
He was overlooked. You know, they switched him around between outside receiver and slot receiver.
Ryan's goal was to earn a scholarship, but before you can earn a scholarship, you have to get playing time to show them you can play.
Trying to get as many reps as I can during practice, during camp. First game comes around, I get some reps against Wofford. You know, third game of the season, the guy in front of me, Thomas Gordon, who was a great player, he actually hurt his knee. I was the next guy up. So, 3 games into my freshman year, I had to start 3 games. And it was definitely a lot onto my shoulders, but I had a lot of guys around me helping me out.
Ryan's roommate and teammate both have similar stories. They both are really good basketball players, but they picked Furman because it was close to home, and they hoped to earn a scholarship with their football ability.
We were the guys that had to work hard to get what we got. I think that really brought us together and brought us closer.
Furman is expensive, so many athletes, including Ryan, really need to get a scholarship to help pay for school. After the last game in his sophomore season, after scoring 2 touchdowns, he had one of the best games in his life. But financially, he couldn't catch a break. He had to make a decision. If he didn't get any football money, he was going to have to go to another school.
We actually had a couple of conversations, me and the coaches, up until that point, and they were pretty set on trying to help me out. One day they called me into the office and said, I didn't have to worry about it anymore. Getting to call my parents and tell them that they didn't have to, keep paying for that amount each year was probably one of the best feelings I've had.
Ryan's hard work has paid off, and though his start here at Furman was a little rocky, he makes catching the ball look easy.
He's always going to be in the right place at the right time. He's going to make a play when he gets the ball. But he's just so competitive as an athlete and as a football player that he wants to win in everything he does.
Ryan is about 5'11", weighing just under 180. He isn't the biggest wide receiver, but he sure does make big plays.
The play kind of broke down a little bit, and we were actually down at this point. We were on about the 40, 30-yard line. Ryan kind of broke his route off and took off towards the right side of the end zone, and I rolled out to my right, and I saw Ryan streaking across the field, and I threw the ball to Ryan, and we scored a touchdown.
That was the only touchdown of Ryan's 2021 spring season. Due to COVID, the season was cut short. He totaled 24 receptions, 1 touchdown, and 441 yards.
In the previous 2 years that I had, my sophomore and my junior year, both I scored 4 touchdowns, and that was kind of all that I really did.
Although Ryan only scored 1 touchdown, this year was his most effective year. He had the most yards and receptions that he ever had. The touchdown totals may not show how big of a playmaker he is, but his stats show who Ryan is. He does not care about his personal success. He just wants to help the team win.
Sometimes how the game goes, you're just not going to score a touchdown, and I had teammates that were doing a lot of that.
Scoring 1 touchdown did not discourage Ryan. He still remained poised like he always is. Devin Wynn, the star running back, says that he can learn from Ryan.
I would like to pick up from him that I need to work on myself is just how to stay calm and collected during stressful situations, and you know, just be level-headed and not, you know, blow up everywhere.
You know, as a receiver, you kind of get to, you know, help out when you can, and then every play isn't like make or break. Obviously, you're blocking and stuff like that, but sometimes when it's inside, you don't get to affect the play. So I think that helps me, you know, take some of the load off my teammates by focusing a little bit on leading instead of, you know, what I have to do every single play. So I'm always there, I'm always ready, but part of my focus can be on helping others try and get through some of those tough situations.
Like Devin, we can all learn something from Ryan, changing our response in life when things don't go our way by focusing on helping others. Since he has been here on campus, he has made an impact. Ryan's character is a testament to the player he is on the field and the person he is off the field.
He's about as low maintenance and about as dependable as they come. And again, it's just, you know, you just love having guys that, I don't know if his name ever comes across my desk about anything other than something positive.
Although Ryan's reputation with the coaches is strong, his effect on his teammates is likely even stronger.
Ryan's an incredible leader for the team because of his humility.
He's dedicated. He's a hard worker. A lot of the guys, including myself, respect him.
The guys respect Ryan so much that they voted him team captain this season.
Got voted a captain for a reason, and it's been an honor to serve as a captain alongside him. And there's nobody more deserving than Ryan because he helps everybody that he comes into contact with.
Ryan exudes that leadership, even when the Paladins aren't in season.
He's usually trying to get us to play basketball or something just to, you know, keep us in shape and keep us, you know, fit.
People tend to gravitate towards Ryan. He has an easygoing, fun personality and an influence on his teammates no matter what sport he's playing.
Really fun guy to play basketball with. He makes a lot of flashy plays, a lot of flashy passes and finishes, and so it's always fun to have Ryan on your pickup basketball team.
Ryan is a tremendous athlete. His football game resembles his basketball game, athletic and shifty.
He actually was offered the same kind of position to play basketball here, you know, as a preferred walk-on. Just a really good athlete. He played a little bit of everything in high school, and I think that's kind of really what appealed to us.
Kind of thought I was going to play basketball, but I was still interested in football.
It looks like Ryan choosing football over basketball has been rewarding, earning a scholarship his sophomore year and being a key player for Furman offense. Ryan is a big contributor.
Ryan's helped me a lot in a lot of different ways. There was one practice I had, a bad practice earlier this season, and he was there for me. He was talking to me, hey man, let's go watch film, let's go figure it out, let's go talk about why it wasn't a good practice.
Looking at the thesaurus for synonyms of a servant leader, you might just find Ryan's name. But what makes him such a good leader?
He's one that cares about, you know, others more than himself. So I would say like a selfless leader.
This summer, after the shooting of George Floyd, Ryan really expressed his selflessness and leadership.
Today, we have to change.
He didn't go to any protests due to COVID, but he supported his brothers and advocated for change.
Social justice stuff going on. We wanted to put together a video.
Now, do you see me differently?
Some of the student athletes felt passionately about it, and I went to Ryan, and without hesitation, without even knowing what the plan was, Ryan was like, I'm in, I'm on board, what do you need? You know, what do you need me to do? So in a time like the time that we're in, that's what's needed. You need allies. You need people from both sides of the aisle being willing to speak up.
A lot of the social issues were popping up. He immediately stood out as a leader in our team, you know, standing up for everybody and supporting his teammates.
Ryan may not have been as active on the field during the start of the pandemic, but he was actively supporting his brothers.
Everything was like hitting the fan real fast, especially after the George Floyd murder. He was very vocal within our team, telling us to, you know, go support our brothers.
Ryan was definitely active on that matter, along with some other teammates. I know myself, we spoke on that issue, and I was glad he had some encouraging words and supportive words helping with the Black Lives Matter movement.
That meant a lot to me because I could really see the emotions and just how well he connected with us and just sympathized with us as we went through those times.
On the field, Ryan leads by example.
He doesn't always talk that much. He doesn't always tell other people what they're doing right or wrong, but he's always doing the right thing.
It's not just talking the talk, but walking the walk, and I think Ryan is someone that has done that for years here at Furman, and people know that he came in as a walk-on and then earned a scholarship, and that adds to the aspect of him being a hard worker and walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
But Ryan was not afraid to use his voice in a football meeting to let his brothers know he was right beside them.
George Floyd happened, and there was a lot of silence from a lot of people that look like me. It really hit me the wrong way. I've been raised the right way by my parents, just to care about everyone the same way, just no matter what.
Intentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty.
A momentum shift. It was a move in the right direction that, was needed and should have been done. So I do celebrate it with everybody else, but I feel like, that's what should have happened. The accountability should have been there from the beginning. So although it is moving in the right direction, I feel like we're nowhere close to where we need to be, because at some point this shouldn't be celebrated. It should be exactly what's happening and what needs to be done.
With one more year of eligibility, Ryan plans to use his position to do more work on the field and use his privilege to make social progress off the field.